And we are back on God Valley with the newest chapter called Promises, chapter 1163. And for the cover, we only have Luffy parkouring around the town with a pack of Japanese macaque. And basically, it's a request from somebody called Toshika Zoo, and that's all we get. So it's pretty cool that we kind of switched to something else in the One Piece cover pages in a way. But then as soon as we switch to the first page, yeah, damn, we literally see Saint Saturn in his final form, and now hear me out, because in his final form as the spider whatever, and on top of him, Im is there. So just by size wise, basically this whole creature or whatever we're supposed to be looking at, meaning him on top of Saint Saturn, we don't know what we're looking at, you know. And from here, from this chapter, basically him is on the battlefield right now, totally in control of Saint Saturn. She or he, we don't know yet, but is pissed to the point where she starts attacking everyone. Im-sama basically attacks the Marines, the pirates, everyone she sees on the battlefield, she will attack. And even the pirates are shocked because Im-sama basically is going against the Marines and everything that's around, you know? Like all the Marines are basically getting stabbed by Saint Saturn's feet or something like that, and basically that's what she's stabbing people with. And to the point where after the Marines, boom, now it's the pirates' turns, and basically she wants to basically kill everyone she sees. And everyone is like, yeah, fall back, keep your distances, we don't know what the fuck is going on, so we need to be very cautious about what's going on. And at the same time, you can see that Goldie Roger is talking to his crew, because most of his crew is basically on the floor because of all the Conqueror's Haki that's been going on and all of that. And only basically the strongest of the strongest, meaning Goldie Roger, Scoper Gaban, and Rayleigh, for example, the three big ones, you know. So at least for them, they were still able to stay in the battlefield and all of that. And Goldie Roger is basically asking Scoper Gaban, can you actually take all the treasure and take everybody and go? Because now it's about me fighting in here, and the crew, I need them to be safe. That's Goldie Roger's resolve at that point. And at the same time, you even see Garp going towards other Marines, and he's like, what the hell is that monster? I need to understand. And he's basically trash talking Saint Saturn with Imu on top, you know, the ruler of the world and everything. I am telling you, Garp has no chill. Even though he's still on the side of the Marines and everything, he still sticks it to his resolve. And when he sees a monster, he tells it. And he's like, what the hell is that monster? But right as we jump to the next page, we get Rock D Xebec, aka Davy D Xebec, basically just standing with his sword right here, and he's standing. And Im-sama is in front, and he's like, oh, if it isn't the Rat King came to kill me in person, huh? And it's a freaking great picture to see. And in anime, this is totally gonna hit too. Because when you get literally the ruler of the whole world, Im-sama, right in front of Rocks, and now is about to, you know, start the fight and showdown and see what happened? God! And Im is like, so thou are the one, Davy Jones. And Davy D Xebec is like, I'm afraid you got the wrong guy. I've never even met the guy. So basically, Im-sama is watching Rocks, and he's like, so you are Davy Jones? And he's like, no, it's not me. But I haven't even met the guy, you know? But at least from what we get, this is one of the ancestors to Davy Jones. That's why his real name is Davy D Xebec. The secret name, you know? And Xebec is still saying, that said, I believe promises are meant to be kept. And Im is like, that is precisely why you wretched ilk must be expunged from the annals of history, Imu's world. And basically that's where I understand that Imu now sees all of the world as his world. Like he can basically do anything he wants in his world. And from there, as Im is getting pissed, and you can see the eyes, they even turn like like in a rage mode or something, like you know, and you can see him coming in with those spikes or whatever. But as soon as Rock sees one of those spikes, he basically slashes Emo's spike right there clean. I am telling you. And Emo's like, Emo's world remains incomplete, and Rox is like, the world ain't yours. And from that resolve, as he literally literally stabs Emo, and right as Emo got stabbed and everything with the sword of rocks and everything, you also get on the other side Garp that's looking at this, and he's like, I need to go and fight this monster. I need to do something about it. I need to defeat the monster, because he recognizes the monster in front of him, you know? And so he's like, basically he's gonna go and back up rocks at that point in time. Now at the same time, the pirates, they are all wretched. They are going around stealing all the treasures they can, and at the same time we have Captain John, and in here we have confirmation of Captain John using actually the magnet fruit, just like we said, and basically he has the devil fruit that Kid now has, you know. But at the same time, we understand how everything got played, specifically for Monkey D. Dragon, when he was holding Shanks and everything and still running with him. Now we understand how basically Shanks got into the treasure chest, because basically from all of this brawl and all of this craziness going on, Captain John basically at some point he was like, you know what, I'm just gonna attract all of those treasures, because all of them treasures have some kind of magnet to them, and I can attract basically everything. And that's what he did. So basically he did that, and basically you see him like this, and a horde of treasures on top of him that's getting attracted to him, basically. And at the same time, another member of the Rocks is like, what's going on? It looks like he's about to actually betray us or something by stealing all of the treasure. And so another member of the Rocks actually gets Captain John for what he did, and Captain John now is on the ground. And at the same time, right as Gansui actually did what he did, right back to him, he had Shaki the Golden Lion. And as soon as he told him, yeah, it looks like John was not gonna go with us, and he looked like he was gonna betray us and take all the treasure to himself and all of that, and the treasure is at least worth billions and billions. That's when Shaki was like, huh? Okay. So that's when Shaki even himself tried to go for the treasure himself. So basically that's the point where you see all of the Rock's crew get separated, because they were all trying to betray each other, basically. And in here we get how Captain John tried to betray the others, but then Gansui attacked Captain John, and then Gansui, by telling Shaki was like, you know what, I'm gonna probably betray everybody and go steal it myself, you know. But from all of this craziness going on and all of that, Dragon also got pushed away, and Shanks got thrown at the same time on the ground. And right after that, he couldn't actually find Shanks, and Shanks was he started walking, and he went to a treasure chest, and he got in it by himself. So basically in all of this, I just see it as Shanks saved himself. But now that we are getting to the crucial moment of this chapter, we basically get Garp that is gunning it towards Imp-sama, because he recognizes the monster. We at the same time get to see Kaido and Big Mom, and Big Mom is like, I will kill you, and he's like, I was just jealous that I ate it first. And so basically right after that, we get a scene of him that basically gets obliterated by the strongest attacks of this whole anime, this whole manga, I'm telling you. Because at the same time, we get Big Mom with her attack Ikoku Sovereignty, we get Kaido with his Fire Blast attack, we get Whitebeard with his attack Shattering Void, we get Gold Roger with his Divine Departure, we get Garp with his Galaxy Impact, and we get Rox D Xebec with Pendonium of the Abyss. That means Curse of the Abyss. So basically, Imp-sama gets hit with all of these attacks at the same time. And basically, that's what I would consider the strongest attack of this manga. Because after all of this, Imp-sama, you can see it basically disappearing. But as it's disappearing, poof, it reappears again. And right as it reappears again, we get a side story still of Kaido and Big Mom. Kaido is like, it's too late to throw it up now. And she's like, then pay me back. Their fucking feud is gonna be eternal until the day they died. I am telling you. But at the same time, so as I said, Im now is coming back again on the field like nothing happened after getting attacked by all of those great people, you know? And as Im comes back, it starts to talk to Rocks and it tells her, oh yeah, you've got a son and you've got a wife and son, right? Yeah, they're members of the David clan, right? And basically, Im used the only weakness that Rox had to actually take the advantage, because by doing that, Rox got pissed and he was like, what are you trying to say? And he came to Im and he's like, shrosh. But by doing that, by slashing Im again, we already understood that Im cannot die even by getting attacked by all of these people. So by him doing that, Im was like, you know what? I'm gonna Domi reverse him right now. So by Rock stabbing Im is like, she stabbed him back. And from this, he's like, thou shalt be the one to exterminate them. Go forth and slay your wife and child. I am sorry, that is the most terrible outcome we could have expected. And now, in a way, we understand what's about to happen, because from everything that was said, we had Garp that aligned himself with Goldie Roger, and both of them actually defeated Rox and all of that on that day. Well, Rox that day even turned as a devil, which means he's even stronger. And now he's going to be fighting Goldie Roger, Garp, and I'm probably guessing all the rest, meaning Whitebeard, Big Mom, and Kaido. So basically, it's the war of the best characters that you have in the manga, basically. Because on one point, just like I said, you have the demon Rocks D Xebec now, and it's sort of weird because now I just don't understand how Im can just turn everybody into a demon. And even if you're a Davy clan member, she can just turn you just like that. Like, what is up with her power? And if it was really truly the case, why did Im wait until today to start Domi reversing everybody into her own clan or whatever? So this chapter just brings a lot more questions than anything. And hopefully Blackbeard's mom is not gonna die throughout this whole adventure and everything. Because if she dies, then I don't understand how Blackbeard actually escapes from the God Valley incident and all of that. But through it all in this chapter, we can just see that Im-sama is gonna take a lot more to defeat it, because now we don't even understand how you're supposed to kill it, whatever, because you basically had the strongest characters in the whole manga, and they all gave their 100% attack, and he literally feels like it was still not enough. So that was my review of the chapter 1163, guys, called Promises. Hopefully you like this one. Let me know down in the comments below what do you think about this chapter, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.